I am your host, Edward Anderson, and we're gonna do a very real talk video today. This is one of those videos. I may go in, I may not. I'm actually got some video uploads coming. I'm about to finish today, meaning I'm about to sit down and finish this. I just gotta sign some shit. But let y'all come in here. What are we talking about today? We are talking about that I Am a Loser video that, thanks to Auburn Preach, fuck Auburn Preach, but thanks to Auburn Preach, it's starting to get viral, of a video dude put out a couple of months ago. And don't even get me started. So I want to start here because I want to kind of get this out of the way a little bit. Auburn Preach can go to hell, suck a dick, and die. So I'm gonna just say that shit off the bat with this video because these fucking I'm really curious as to how much Auburn Preach's audience is from America versus from Canada, because I don't think they would be as big as they are if I don't know. So I'm not even gonna comment on that part, but what I will say is, I've told you all before and I told you all again, I would rather be an honorable dude than a righteous dude. Because one thing about niggas that are righteous, just because you righteous don't mean you're an honorable dude. Honor is usually based on a certain code, even if that's a code that you have for yourself. And it's really a personal commitment as to something that you commit to, versus righteousness is more something you pull from based on a lot of social norms and social standards. It's more of a social construct that you're given and then you choose to uplift to, and it's based on whatever social norms are at the time. People's idea of righteousness is very different depending on the ideology and depending on the person you're dealing with, versus there's a general honor tends to have certain like frameworks that are pretty consistent. And so when I say I can't stand a righteous nigga, that's exactly what I mean. I cannot stand dudes, and it's not just black men, white men too, but white men kind of know they full of shit. They just try to push past it. That's why they go through that white guilt and bullshit versus a lot of dudes that try to act like they're righteous dudes. I can't stand virtue signalers. I really cannot. And a lot of, I hate to use this word, but I am going to use it. A lot of you motherfuckers are like angelic demons. What's that, that movie? I forget the dude that played, in the Avengers. He played Vision. And he had his own movie, he got his own, a couple of movies he starred in. In fact, one of them was with Carl Urban. He's done a lot of kind of religious-based movies. One is like The Preacher. One is based on, so The Preacher, it's another one that's based on, he played an angel, one of the angels. That basically, the premise of the movie was God lost his way, so God no longer fucks with humanity anymore, so he's about to send, angels. So angels are like the horror villains, and it's he does a couple movies like that, and they all kind of have a similar theme. And I know The Preacher is based on a comic book, FYI, and it's actually a decent movie. Shout out to Carl Urban if y'all like those people. And Legion, yeah. And so like I said, I cannot stand a virtue signal. So that's what I mean when I say the angelic demons. That's what I'm talking about. But I cannot stand a virtue signalers. I see virtue signalers as emotional dope dealers. I hate to use the word predators, but a lot of y'all are predators. You all just do it. You all are just not see, what's funny? Everybody has an issue with sexual predators, but they don't have an issue with other types of being predatory. They don't. They don't. And it's a lot of conflicts. You remember white people were so mad about the war on terror, even though white people are some of the biggest terrorists. White, like America, they never even accounted for their own history of terrorism. Which, so that's a whole nother thing. But the thing about this is a guy that put a video out there. He put a video out there. He put himself out there, showed his face, all that. Talk about I'm a loser. I don't know if you've seen it. I am gonna do a play-by-play on it. Whether I just save it for the Patreon or put it publicly, I don't know. But I probably am gonna do a play-by-play on that. Shout out to the Dumper. If you want to see what I'm talking about, the Dumper has a 51-minute video covering it, and I think he did a good job covering it. But I've listened to about 20 minutes of it. He started at this point giving advice on how to get bitches, which I think there's a much more through line with that. I'm like, if you're in the situation he's in, at this point he need to just have. Anyway, we'll jump on that. But my thing is, I'm gonna get into him in a second. But I really want to highlight, like, Auburn Pre talk about, see, the problem is, you calling women bitches and hoes, so you have a bad disposition of women, which is why women don't like you. Nigga, shut your faggot ass up. I'm just gonna say just like that. Abba and Preach. Like, seriously. Like, yo, I can't, them motherfuckers I cannot stand. Because y'all literally, like, if we really want to get in the down and dirt, it's like, nigga, you gotta hate, nigga, please. When it comes to Haiti, Ethiopia got a lot more going on for it, but if you don't shut your ass up, man, like, for real. Like, I just cannot stand that shit. And a lot of y'all that listen to them motherfuckers, like, religiously, you all are fucking stupid. I just want to let you know that. Popcorn shit. There's very real shit going on in the world. And this like red pill, like, you all are so, like, the thing about it is there's too many fucking lambs and people that don't think. And Auburn Preach represent a lot of these I don't see a big difference between Auburn Preach and like Brandon Tatum. They're predators, and they prey on the lambs, and they prey on the idiot people that choose not to think and choose to believe, take everything at fucking face value, then get mad when their life blows the fuck up. Like, for real, for real. And so a dude that's asking for help, and it, like, truth be told, like, the reason why I kind of really feel some type of way about this shit is because you just had a dude kill himself because of pressure that he was put under by the police on some shit he didn't even fucking do. And you got content creators that added on to that shit, and now they want to apologize. It wasn't Abba that did this. It was a white dude that's going around apologizing. Fuck your apology. Your apology ain't gonna bring him back. Fuck your apology. Like, the fact that all you want to do is apologize and not donate some money, you can't even put nothing tangible on it. Fuck your apology. And this is one of the bigger content. This is not Auburn Preach, but this is what I'm talking about. Like with the LSU shit, fuck your apology. Congratulations, you're a part of the racism that we talk about. Fuck your apology. Fuck your white guilt. Fuck you. There's some things that an apology, words definitely ain't gonna cut it. And I'm not even wanting to say cut a check to make it better, because it ain't enough money, especially considering the money he would have made. But don't even get me started on that. This is why a lot of these people to be having these takes, and then they be wanting to be first rather than being accurate. Y'all could go to hell, man. Y'all really could. A lot of y'all really low-key do need to get sued for stupid shit like that. Like, seriously. Yeah, man. And if he apologized, the look was just so bad that he had to say something. Because that's the only time, for the most part, 99% of the time, that's the only time these motherfuckers ever apologize, when it's going to cost them money. So even in their apology, it's actually an insult. It really is. It really, truly is. But going back to Auburn Preach, this dude talking about, I'm ready to end the simulation, but that's another thing. You see this video, but the thing you want to harp on, well, maybe you calling bitch, man, almost every dude. Women love misogynists. This myth of the misogynist incel shit. Women are so fucking, the problem is not that men are misogynistic. The problem is men have counter programming in their head because they can't reconcile being an asshole with them and other dudes. They really wholeheartedly believe in the simp shit. Even though if your idea is to get sex and have sexual relationships with women, being a nice guy, nigga, women always, why everybody says nice guys finish last, but we sitting here talking about, yeah, man, the problem is that you saying bitches and hoes. You calling them bitches and hoes. Look at your disposition towards women. Nigga, shut your bitch ass up. Like, seriously. Like, ugh. And dudes like that is why this space exists. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? When you look at how Abba got Sadia Khan, and I'm not necessarily mad at that, but when you look at how Abba got Sadia Khan and tricked her like that, nigga, you a devious prick. You a fucking snake. I'm gonna keep it real. That shit may have been smart tactically, but that shit proved to me you a fucking snake because you think like a snake. Because like I don't like shit like that. I don't even think that way. I'm the type of person I'm gonna want to get her told to get caught up. But no, you gotta catch them in a trap. Cause you a fucking snake. You think like a snake. And that's why that caught her off guard like that. Anyway, hold on one second. I'll be back. This gonna be like a couple of minutes, like 3-4 minutes. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. All right, I'm back. I'm back. So, like I was saying, man, and from a tactical standpoint, you know, I can give credit, but the mind that comes from, that's some devious shit. That's some snake shit. That's some tether shit. That's how tethers think. And this is not to say African Americans ain't got dudes on some hoe shit like that, but usually hoe shit like that has consequences. And that's I already know that's what Sadia Khan is dealt with a lot of, and I'm not trying to defend her at all. She got what she deserved. But the thing about it is, that's all it takes, yo. All it takes is one mistake. Nah, don't even put that on Squares. All Squares, like, nah, it's whole shit and street nigga shit and square nigga shit. And the square nigga, they all have their own consequences. So don't say it's just square nigga. But see, that's something that street niggas love saying. Like, street niggas love saying that shit. You know, that's one thing. Tariq's completely full of shit on that shit. Like, look at the hip hop community and all them niggas. They stay snitching on each other. Them niggas are not squares. Them niggas are not squares. Some shit is the art of war, but like on some straight up shit like that, that's some devious shit that he did. And it ain't because he's square. Like, and you know what's interesting? That's another thing I might start really attacking is this idea. Because it's like, you know, anybody that would tell me that street dudes got like a better value system than, like, I'm not necessarily saying squares got a better value system necessarily. I haven't truly made the comparison, but as somebody that's dealt with a little bit of, that's been around both, like, come on, man. Like, it's, you know, Nick, like, for instance, I'll give you a perfect example. Street niggas fucking another chick's dude's bitch. That right in and of itself. You done see so many street niggas, like the diplomats, state property. Come on, man. Niggas that are hood niggas that do business. We got to get out of that just default, nigga, you a square nigga. No, that's some class warfare shit. That's a way for low class, because understand, the street there is no high class version of the street. The street is representative of low class and low class culture. And there is no society there is no country, nothing that is something you want to be a part of that is ran low class. You even fucking co-op corporations or co-op grocery store, that shit operates under a greater infrastructure. The Norwegians have a certain model, but that model operates under the umbrella of a lot of different factors that allows that to operate. Other than that, ain't no co-op shit. Ain't nothing that's ran from the bottom up. That is not how that works. And that's another cultural issue that a lot of black men have when it comes to hierarchies. I actually had this conversation with somebody about this, how he was talking about certain groups are going to have to make peace with each other in order to achieve that, you know, black men working together shit. Yeah, it just has to be an understanding. But this thing about, you know, like, dudes got to get out of that. Like, for real. Dude, it really stems from this. If niggas got money, there's no way they got it clean because they don't believe in. Press 1 if you can hear me. Press 1 if you can hear me now. Press 1 if you can hear me now. All right, so I'm gonna go back. So like I was saying, man, I was saying, these chicks that say a lot of this goofy shit, let them say that shit without makeup and see how far that shit goes. Let them say that stupid shit without makeup. And you'll find that'll fix Cheyenne, that'll fix Sarah, that'll probably fix Sai. All them bitches that like to talk that shit, take all your makeup off, come back, and then say that stupid shit. You won't do it. If you're a feminist, then it shouldn't matter, right? Fuck the male gaze, right? You got Billie Eilish coming to Raleigh next Friday. Like, next Friday getting Chris Brown and Billie Eilish. Yeah, they won't do it because they don't stand on that shit for real. But anyway, like I was saying, dude's quality of life is he's hitting like at least 2.75 of the metrics pretty solidly. He's got more time freedom than most. So the sad part about it is if he's got more time freedom because he made money in crypto and he's got bread like that, then it's like, nigga, you got more time than most to correct some of this shit. You talk about you ain't got hobbies, nigga, that's the easiest shit in the world. Dumper said that. You know, as far as like, what do you like? The nigga, crypto is it's a financial thing, but crypto's a fucking hobby. It's a whole bunch of people that fuck with nothing but crypto. Like, you can build a relationship. No, man, I don't want to have male friends like that. Which is bullshit. That's bullshit. So you're telling me if I give you a magic wand right now, you're telling me that you would just want a situation where you're by yourself unless you around females all the time. Is that what you're saying? Come on, man. Come on, man. And this is kind of and like shit like his shit is why this space exists. Cause he's one of these niggas that he wanna, I don't care. You don't care, but you put a video out here showing your face, talking about you a loser, but you don't care. That's some women shit. And what Auburn Preach did was essentially just use him as a virtue signal tool to, you know, jump on the fact that he's talking about hoes and bitches and shit. That's vernacular, dude. There's a difference between talking about bitches and hoes and calling a chick a bitch or a hoe. Those are two different things. Those are two very different things. And again, you would know that if you lived in the United States. It's just like some people actually had the nerve to try to get me get mad when I say chicks. Talking about, well, that's like back in the day when they used to call women broads. I'm like, shut the fuck up. One of my dear friends used to call me boy all the time. Now I don't make a point to let women in general do that, but that's because I've known her for as long as I've known her, and that's some young person shit. So it depends. Fuck out of here, man. So you got people, so you got people really out here trying to, trying to think of what I want to do. How we gonna do this? How we gonna do this? Yeah, we're gonna do this way. Fuck out of here, dog. You know, it's like you're not really here to help. You just want to virtue signal all day, every day. I still call women on BS broads as a way to censor myself from calling them bitches. Oh no, I'll call them bitches. They acting like one of the shoe fits. Yeah, these broads. Yeah, I get it. But it's like, yo, fuck that. Because we know what these chicks be saying, black, white, and otherwise. I'm not about to censor myself because, especially when you fuck, like these, like again, the misogynists are the ones getting the pussy. I don't know what, this angry, this year, you're misogynist because you're not getting pussy. I mean, we're in 2025, and that's how you know people ain't really interested in fixing it. They just want people to do what they're told. And that's why a lot of this ain't gonna get fixed until something breaks. But the dude, like, the other thing the dude said was, yeah, man, I ain't dealt with hoes in like 10 years. I'm like, how old are you then? You know, because he looked like he might be in like his early 30s or something. Yeah, and you know, I'm just ready to pack it up because, you know, I just don't know. And I'm like, and what I would ask him is, have you tried to even solve this problem? Have you tried to ponder on solving this problem? That's the first thing I would ask him. And if he says yes, I'm gonna be like, what have you thought about? I don't want to hear, before you quote unquote came to the conclusion that you were cooked. What have you thought about? What have you looked at? What have you, I'm not done. What have you even explored? Or did you just magically come to the conclusion that you were cooked? And that's all, folks. Is that what happened? And then when he said, and I said, at the end of the day, the dude has a quitting mentality. And Dumper, this is where me and Dumper is going to disagree a little bit. I'm not saying what he's saying is wrong, but I'm not about to tell no nigga, oh man, you just can't give up, and then that's it. You can't, like that, when dudes are in a headspace like he is, you cannot just be on some alpha your way through it, power through it. I understand, I get that, but you got to give them a better point of reference. You got to give them a win. And how do you give them a win? Well, first of all, the hobby shit is easy, especially when he was in crypto. He's in crypto. He's got more authority than most. The bitches don't care about that. There's a way to even weave that into getting bitches. The problem is you may turn yourself into a trick. But real talk, a nigga like him need to just take his ass. He got the time freedom for it. Nigga, get you a passport, take your ass overseas, and get into a different environment. Why? Because a lot of times when you're in the headspace you're in, being in a different environment can sometimes reset you. The other thing I would say is you gotta be careful with that, because him on his own, he's kind of like radioactive a little bit. It's like, because you don't have anybody who can give you a point of reference to anything, and clearly your internal compass ain't where it needs to be when it comes to relationships. Look, I give him credit. If he made crypto work for him, like for real, to the point where he sees a physical financial benefit, kudos to that dude. You got the harder part down. And as far as eating better and lifting weight, you ain't even gotta like be muscled out. Just be more in shape. And he's not even out of shape. I'm just saying, like, focus that as a way to create more leverage. And this is what happens when dudes they don't have, like, this is why this space exists. Now, if you listen to a nigga like Auburn preach, he's just gonna tell you be nice to bitches and walk you right into getting the buzzsaw again and again and again till you're gonna want to end the simulation. And he'll move on not giving a fuck about you. Because as far as he's concerned, you were just somebody to get money out of. Game niggas is going to tell you to say it with your chest and all of that. But truth be told, I'm not going to lie. Nigga, real talk, you would need to talk to somebody before you go overseas. I wouldn't recommend him just get a passport and go overseas, because he's not in the right headspace. He's going to need to deprogram a little bit. But what I would say, he needs to be a part of some kind of support group or something. Something that he can, because there's a lot of people in this space that they lean on this space as that kind of hive mind kind of thing. Even if they don't come on panels, even if they just talk in the DMs with certain people. And I'm not saying they need that. Some of these people are married. Some of these people are hitting on all. Some of these people, more social. Like, as far as actually being able to go out and make shit work. Like, it's certain people that aren't on panels like that if they need to make something happen socially, even if they don't look the best or they're not in their best selves, they can make social shit happen like that. Like, I've seen it. Shout out, obviously Shannon, but Shannon knows what I'm talking about. Shannon Rawls, yeah. People that really are ahead of most of the people up in this space when it comes to that shit. So this not necessarily meaning everybody has a social issue, but people lean on this in order to let them know, look, I know I'm not stupid. I know I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. And you have that back and forth, really sharpening your ideas and stuff. He needs something like that. And you don't need that. Some people get that shit in the gaming community with friendship they develop there. Some people get that shit in this space. Some people get that shit in the crypto space where you deal with a commonality and you debate certain things, and you may agree on certain things, but you don't agree on others. Yeah. And so a lot of these people like to present this dude, this is a representative of the loneliness epidemic. Well, if everybody if it's such an epidemic, see, people need it to be an epidemic because they're too pussy to say what it really is these women are crashing out. Because men ain't fucking with them. They need to believe that women don't need men. They can take it or leave it. And men need women. No, if men really start really not participating, a lot of the parts of the economy will fail. Restaurant industry will fail. A lot of industries will fall. That's not true necessarily for women in pertaining to men. There's some clubs that are starting to charge the women to get in unless they're like 8s and up. Because they know if the men don't spend money on alcohol, this alcohol ain't gonna be sold. Because women are not gonna buy it for themselves. So a lot of so even with him, he don't even know like where he has no orientation of like where he is. And it's like, I would really need to hear his story and how that happened. I don't need every year, but I need like every 3 years. How old are you? And basically, I would need like you to give more context. Man, I'm just cooked. I came to that a long time ago. Okay, nigga, how did you come to that conclusion? What happened? I would need more information, because based on what I can observe visually and what he's giving. And when I say observe visually, for the people that want to be stupid, I'm talking about this nigga ain't fat. This nigga is not like uncut. This nigga ain't, so clearly he has some sort of discipline. You need some financial discipline in order to properly be able to do crypto over time. So it's kind of like, what are we really missing? Yeah, it's not so much I'm missing the whole, but why? And then I would also want to know, are you dating, are you dealing with just black women, or are you trying to deal with other races of women too? Because that would give me a better barometer. Because if you're just trying to date black women, then yeah, you're going to have a problem. Because if you don't fit whatever rapper, or you're tall, whatever, it's known you get motion, and you don't have confidence, and this is one thing I do like about Dumper, the confidence thing. Yeah, you're going to have issues. You're going to have confidence in game. This is why I do talk about game so much. If you're dealing with black women, or you're going to have other leverage points. Meaning, if you light skin and you got chicks that like light skin, you got to find the chicks that like light skin. A lot of these dudes, it ain't that they got super game. They know their archetype. They're good at finding their archetype. They know where they are, how they are. First of all, the hardest thing is finding what archetype a chick really fucks with you. And a lot of dudes find that by accident. They find that by accident. But when you find that, then it's a matter of, it's no different than sales. A lot of people never figure that out. So it's not easy. No, they not buying drinks and bottles like that. Like, I'm talking at scale, dude. They can't, that's why the industry can't sustain itself. And women, because there's the alcohol, man, please. Women are not, I get what you're saying. I'm not saying nobody, but they're not buying drinks like dudes are buying drinks for themselves and women. Nah, them women will take their ass to the A, B, fucking C store, and they will dance, hang out, and then they will take their ass home and drink there. I mean, Xanatos, for real though. I mean, cause Xanatos, how tall are you? You strike me as like, you like 6 foot. Really, Xanatos, you need to take your ass to Brazil. You really do. I need to put you in with Marty or something, because cause Marty would like to see that, if for nothing else, than an experiment, his own personal experiment. Because I actually think you would do, because you have that kind of Portuguese Euro look enough and vibe that I actually think you would do well. And I'm talking about the light skin. I ain't even talking about the black Brazilians. I'm talking about like the white and light skin Brazilians, the skinny ones. So yeah, you might, without shoes, so yeah, you're 6 foot. You to the average bitch can't tell that any bitch that's 5'5" or under can't, 5'6" and under can't tell. So yeah, you're basically 6 foot. Yes. So yeah, good enough. So yeah. So that's not your issue. So already, so I know, well, Xanatos don't have issues getting women. That's not what I'm saying. Let me be clear about that. But what I'm talking about is the end part, where it's like they coming to you easy. Like how they be doing these white boys. And a lot of dudes that go to Brazil have that, not all of them, but a lot of them have that blue collar look. That I work in the, no, I got you. I should be back. No, I got you. I should be back. I actually left my phone. Yeah, y'all see me lagging, just press 2. Press like 3. Press 3. And I'll be on that. Yeah, I was out of my phone. I'm at Krispy Kreme and shit. But yeah, man. Like that's yes, it is, and I'm not even saying you got to go overseas for that. Like, cause Clutch is a good example of going to the West Coast or something like that. Some of y'all in the North, and that's all y'all know, and you really need to take your ass to the West Coast or some shit. Yeah, because they can't. Like the main way they tell is if they wear heels. If they wear 4 inch, the rule is if they wear 4 inch heels. Like that's how they can tell. Because very few of them are wearing 6. If they wear 4 inch heels, can they tell? So like anybody, so really under 5'7" can tell. But like really under 5'7", if they talk about your height, they don't fuck with you. They don't like you. That's what that is. If you 5'11", that's what that is. That's all that. That's all that is. Yeah, no, I get that. And so at that point, you gotta look at yeah, I mean, I ain't giving no advice. I'm just taking what he's saying, piggyback on what I'm talking about. Cause shit, I ain't the nigga to be giving advice on that shit. I know what I know, and that's it. It's gonna lag again. Hold on. Oh my bad. I was about to. Yeah, what's up, Marcus? I was about to get mad. I thought y'all wasn't answering. Give me all y'all put in the thing a definition. Give me how tall can you be and be considered a short nigga still? Put in your number. What's the tallest you can be and still be considered a short nigga? Cause niggas mean different shit when they say short niggas. Yeah, I was muted. So give me the number. Give me there is no wrong answers. But I want to see what this is a quick poll. So basically, 5'9" is average height. That's not short. Would be under average height. But keep going. Because I'm curious. Because it's the same thing with the... Y'all be thinking 50% of niggas are 6 feet. 5'10". So you can be 5'10" and considered a short nigga. Shout out to the black community. I'm talking about what you say. I'm not talking about what the women are fucking. Truth be told, nigga, T.I. was 5'9". T.I. was never considered a short nigga. Lil Wayne is 5'6". So my point is, if they like a nigga, that don't matter. So, which is what some of y'all are saying. But I just want to know what y'all think it is. Again, there is no wrong answer, but the purpose of me saying this is when you say short nigga, I'm 5'5". So I'm not gonna register a short nigga as like 5'9". That's what I'm saying. I need to know what you mean when you say that. That's why I'm asking, because I'm curious. We did the what percentage of niggas y'all think are 6 foot and over, and niggas was damn near saying 50 and 40%. The question is, how tall? What is the tallest you can be and still be considered a short nigga? Because what I'm hearing is average height niggas or short niggas. And I promise you, that's not the definition for other races. Even white people who are just as tall as we are, if not a little taller. White people don't even have that definition. And this is another cultural thing. Black people got a lot, African Americans got a lot of cultural myths that we really got to let go, man. We got a lot of cultural myths that really color our perspective. And I'm not here to say you wrong. It is what it is. But what I'm trying to figure out, because I hear when niggas say, yeah, man, short niggas get bitches. Okay, well, if you mean 5'9", then hell yeah. When I say short nigga, I'm talking about like 5'5" and under. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about niggas that are, of course, niggas that are 5'8", 5'7". Tom Cruise is 5'7". And yeah, I can understand somebody saying 5'7", but everybody, this is what I'm talking about. This reference point of 6 foot, even amongst the men. I'm not talking about the women right now. It's crazy. Nigga, did you know Spartans were like 5'4"? Did you know that? 5'3", 5'5"? Humans traditionally have not been 6 foot. I'm not arguing shit. I'm just giving you perspective. I'm not talking about a bitch. And the crazy part is, I don't get why a lot of y'all niggas don't even want to say that. Like, niggas why do y'all hesitate on this? Like, I'm not beating nobody up. Nigga, y'all ain't never really seen me necessarily against other people. And I say I'm 5'5", like it ain't nothing. But y'all be hesitating to type in a chat like I'm gonna see you. Just a question. I'm not asking how tall are you. I'm asking you, when you say what is the tallest you can be, when you say short niggas or short niggas. Because and I'm saying that because when niggas be like short niggas get bitches, I need to understand what's the height you really mean when you say that. Because if you talk about under 6 feet, well, mathematically that's true. There's not enough men mathematically that's over 6 feet. A lot of these women would just not be fucking, so we know that's true. No, that's a no fucking duh. So I don't even know why people even say it like that's some significant shit. Yeah, man, you know, the problem is, you know, and Dubber, I agree with what he was saying, cause dude, but again, we gotta ask what is the definition? What is the tallest you can be and still be short? Women, I've seen on the Balloon Pop clip, I saw a clip where a bitch said a nigga that was 6 foot was too short. And she was 5'3". These bitches are stupid. Now, if you put these bitches in front of other races and they say stupid shit like that, and they get looks from the other race, especially if the dude is decent looking, they won't say that. You put black women, nigga, I promise you put black women with a whole bunch of non-black men that are 5'8", 5'9", around other race, 5'8", 5'7", around other races of men, they're not gonna say that. So a lot of that shit, that's that black tax shit. That I gotta shit on, I gotta find something to shit on that he's gonna be insecure about. This is why black women don't like when black men date outside their race, because they understand certain. I'm not saying like black women care about height more than anybody. White women care about it, but they just care about a motherfucker being taller than them. They usually got a 4-inch heel rule. If it's like 4 inch, they don't care. But black women can be 4'11", wanting a 6'5" nigga. Now, if you're 4'11" and you want to do the 6'5", you got a child fantasy. Now, see, I could get away with, I could say that. See, if you say that to a woman, like, well, she like what she like. Nah. You got a fantasy of wanting to be dominated to that extent. You want that? You can't even reach a nigga this 6'5". And I've seen that. You can't even put your head all the way up and he put his head all the way down. This nigga literally has to get on his knee to kiss you. That fucking looks retarded as hell. And that ain't even about, oh, you just mad. That's real fucking talk. If you've ever really seen that, I mean, you see it with basketball players. Exactly. And that's their own insecurity. And then they get mad why niggas ain't with them, because niggas ain't got to deal with that. The worst a chick got to deal with a non-black chick is I got a boyfriend. And if you keep pressing, they don't even necessarily cuss you out. They'll just recoil and be like, I'm afraid. With black women, they got to make it a show. Is every black woman like that? Absolutely not. They're not like that. But a lot of them are. Or they got women around them that are like that. Like I said, take off all that makeup. Exactly. That's what they want. Man, see, if we say that, that's wrong. Even though we can point to books and like female porn books that reference that shit. Like, if we really wanted to go after women, I might really go after women. You would need to go no further than those romance novels. You get those romance novels, you get all that text in digital format. Nigga, you take a romance book, dump that shit in digital format, and get AI to give you the information on it. Yeah, give you the information on it. Like, could you imagine? Dude, man, that way we ain't gotta read through that shit to find out, AI, give me these themes that are referenced in these books. Yo, it be game over for these hoes. We could prove way worse than anything they talking about with porn. And why I just kept, these bitches be lying about who they be fucking, because I know they be fucking, they'll fucking short nigga. Light skin can override height. I've seen it. Height is an ideal, yes, but other shit can override that. But my point is, y'all didn't answer my question. Y'all kind of low-key dodged my question, man. Y'all didn't answer it. And it's crazy that y'all didn't answer it. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I want to be clear, because when niggas, if you, nigga, anything 5'7" is average height globally for men. So again, when people sit here, people be saying, yeah, man, short niggas get pussy too. And again, I agree with Dumper, but it's like, what are we talking about? If you 5'8", that doesn't count. That's not what we're talking about. I think Adrian Broner is short. That ain't what are we talking about? And to me, if anything above anything is 5'6" and under, that's my number. So if you 5'7" and up, I'm not saying you tall, but you ain't necessarily short. You're more in the average height range. Women are measuring, going back to the women, women are measuring height based on the tallest you can be. They're measuring height off of NBA players. Football players would be considered short to them. Think about that. Most of your DBs are not 6 foot. Yeah, you're gonna have to try harder. So when a lot of people say this shit, it be like you say shit, but there's no reference. And I don't like that. That's what I'm saying. Ambiguity. Women do not like women love ambiguity. They don't like clarity. Because once you're clear, now it goes back to what I said. 6 foot, if you're 6 foot, you're 1 in 7 men. Nothing else looked at. If you're 6'2", you're 1 in 22 men. If you're 6'4", you're 1 in 1,000 men, just off height. Not money, not looks, not sexual orientation, not are you a monster, none of that. Not are you in shape, just height. So when you understand that, then you start, average height is really 5'9". Average height globally is really like 5'7". And them Hispanics don't care about height at all. So then people be like, well, why are the Latinas winning? Well, the Latinas got more of a range. And a lot of Latinas got facial features as proximity to white women too. But you got niggas really out here thinking, like, let's keep it real. Most dudes believe under 6 foot is short. Do you understand? So if you're talking about a nigga 5'9" to 5'11", and you really, and niggas are talking about short kings get money too, nigga, how the fuck are you calling somebody a short king that's taller than you? How is a bitch 5'3", 5'4", calling a dude 5'10" or 5'9" a short king when she can wear 4-inch heels and still not be at his height? That's fucking insane. And again, I said, take your makeup off and say it. And you see how ridiculous that shit is. It's perspective. And people say that absent to everything. And so even a lot of dudes be like, no, man. I can tell you right now, bitches be fucking, nigga, Lil Wayne is 5'6". Yes, Lil Wayne got status, but Lil Wayne is an ugly nigga. So again, and Lil Wayne has been getting bitches from the jump. Bow Wow is short. So again, when I say it, I've seen dudes my height get very, like, niggas will get mad. I've seen it. But, so a lot of that is perspective. But niggas be really out here talking about average height is short. Yeah, you 5'9", you a short king. Nigga, do you understand how that just, you know, people don't be having perspectives and shit? Like, do you understand if you talking to somebody that may be short and niggas talk about short kings get pussy, and then niggas be thinking, oh, nigga, you understand how you can gaslight somebody with that shit? Do you understand? Yeah. Do you understand? Shit, well, Big Boy is 5'3". Or 5'4" of Outkast. But so again, and then we're always looking at this from the construction of how black culture is. Latin culture. Do you know? Let me give you an example. When you all get done, go look up Edgar. Edgar is a Hispanic thing, where these niggas look, They like to call it Hispanic light skins, even though that I don't agree with that. But it's basically, they call them dudes have the Edgar look. Now, it'll look weird to you. It'll look weird to you. But a lot of them Hispanic cholo bitches be loving that shit. They be loving that shit. They be going crazy. That's a Hispanic thing that really is not exported outside of it unless you in LA or some shit like that. Them niggas be like 5'1", 5'2", 5'3". Them dudes. And they be having pretty bitches. And they be around their age too. Not they just, again, culture. Black people, because the black community is a matriarchy, black women have been able to consistently set the table on certain shit. And because black men don't really force them to compete with outside forces, which would really check a lot of that shit. Could you imagine, what's his name, Childish Gambino? Why did you get with that white woman? Oh, I'm short. Black women don't like me because I'm short. Just like how Michael B. Jordan checked that bitch. Oh, I was a lame. Oh, I'm short. What do you mean you short? You 5'9". Oh, that's short in the black community. So I was always going to be able to do better outside the community, inside the community, when it comes to cooperation, when it comes to looks. So it is what it is. Oh, you just a colorist. You're just hiding that behind colorism. Really? What's the shortest nigga you dated? Hubba hubba. They won't even if they have dated a short person. Even if they have dated somebody that's like 5'6", 5'5", they're not gonna want to put that out there. They're not gonna want to put that out there. They're not gonna want to put that out there. They'll shut that shit down. They'll cede the argument. I've seen it. That's all you got to do. While you travel, I can be all of that, but guess what? I'm doing what the fuck I want to do. I think you niggas, shout out to Dead Set, but I think niggas that are sitting there being going to court all day, every day, because they ain't got an uncooperative bitch. Well, nigga, maybe if you had game, that bitch wouldn't drag you into court all the time. You see how fucking patronizing that shit is? Talking about if you had game as a way of taking accountability off a woman. Niggas will be like, yeah, man, the problem is all these niggas, they ain't got game, and that's why these bitches are on their own, and they got all these niggas. Like, it's so fucking stupid. If they had game, yo. And I will say what Dumper said, confidence does matter. And confidence matters not because of the way these dumbass niggas always say it does, but confidence matters because there's chicks, if you have low confidence, there's chicks that actually would be open to dealing with you that you can't see. Lack of confidence is a blindness, because if you can't even tell who likes you and who don't, because you so used to not being liked for whatever reason it's in your head, that even with a chick, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a true story. I know a dude that a chick that's very good, her name's Wendy, very cool. That's her middle name, but you wouldn't buy. Very attractive chick. She put her arms around the dude. I saw it. And the dude took that arm and flinged it off because he was short, and that's how lack of self-esteem he had. And the chick legit liked him. it blinds you to choosing signals, because choosing signals are based on patterns that you see and pick up on. Confident, like, again, niggas don't explain these things properly. Dumper is very good at it. I'm not talking about him, but he built that concept. They don't explain this shit. They just throw this bullshit out. And Dumper was talking about, why do people do that in this space? Well, first of all, I separate the game space from our space. And that's not saying our space doesn't have its problems, because it does. But as far as the overall manosphere, the reason why dudes don't do that is because a lot of niggas are repeating shit. A lot of niggas are just repeating shit that they heard from somebody else that they respect, and they're not necessarily filtering it through their own lived experience or their own mindset. They're just repeating shit, and you got people making content just saying shit that's not really from a soul standpoint theirs. And it's like the telephone game. But I've seen that. But people don't tell you that about confidence. They talk about confidence for the woman, not talking about, there's women that can fuck with you. I mean, for instance, what's that dude that's always on the microphone and he has like bullhorn when he started to get these chicks told? And he has that bull. That dude used to be a rapper. That dude is fat as fuck. That dude is not a dude that if you look at that nigga on the street, you would never say that nigga gets bitches. Stop it. Yeah, he gets bitches. He used to rap, but he get chicks. Biggie got chicks before he rapped. So some of this shit is, you gotta be open now, that be open to what your surroundings are. And some dudes, they got blindness. And this is why, Dumper was right. A lot of dudes have certain perspectives that they think, yeah, short men don't get bitches, so she can't like me because I'm short. Women, because you buy into shit that women say versus women do. It's a lot, it's a lot of dudes that really legit believe. It's a lot of dudes that legit believe that if he don't have money, I ain't talking about, it don't matter what they look like. I didn't say did I say get good looking bitches? Did I say get tens and dollars? I didn't say that. The fact he has baby moms proves my point, Marcus. I'm not talking about quality necessarily. Eric Hormonger says, if game was the end all be all, the black men should have highest marriage rate. Well, game ain't about marriage. Game is about sexual access. Ugly is a matter of perspective. For instance, if a chick's got a butter face but a fat ass, in the black community, like a really good ass, in the black community, that's value. Face is not valued in the black community as much as it is in other communities. In other communities, if you got a busted face, you a busted bitch. That's not necessarily true in the black community. In the black community, you could look like plain face like India.Arie, and if you got a body, then dudes will actually acknowledge that. Not even just dudes that got the chick. So it's a matter. So it is. I'm not trying to bend reality here, but now I'm not like that. The face is a must. I'm not like that, but most black men are like that. Oh, they all look good at night. If a chick got in a black community, body is more important than face. In the black community, if you really got a body, you can get past the face, because most of them don't look that hideous. For instance, the issue with Lizzo is her body. And the sad part about Lizzo is Lizzo has the genetic makeup to actually have a decent body, but she chooses to be fat as fuck. If Lizzo had surgery and got Ozempic, facially Lizzo is not that bad if she lost all that weight. I can tell because I've seen chicks almost as big as her lose literally two, like they ate themselves twice. I've seen it a couple of times. I've seen niggas that literally apologize to bitches like on some, like, nigga, like, for real. It is what it is. There's other examples like that. It's other examples. It is other examples. I mean, shit, Lil' Kim, a lot of the shit Lil' Kim did was because of big as far as cutting herself, but that was when he got famous. But there are big niggas that bitches be fucking. I've seen it. We've all seen it. Usually them niggas are guys like Drewski ass niggas. Usually they got personality. I will give them that. But the thing about it is people be believing this shit like this shit ain't no absolute. And the most important thing, yeah, so hell, let's keep it real. You having an STD ain't no game deal breaker for some women if you got enough motion. Hell, niggas being gay, meaning they deal with women, but they deal with men too, ain't a deal breaker for some black women. It is true for some white women. Destiny's what is they call them, a chink or I forget what that term is called. And look at the girl he got. All of them don't trick her. Like, for instance, when these chicks be fucking these dudes that go both ways, they don't trick. The STD thing, you can't pay nobody to deal with you because if you got an STD. Because ain't no money that can be paid for you taking that kind of risk. And as far as Drewski, I don't think Drewski tricks like that. Not like that. I've seen dudes that don't trick. That don't got the money to trick at that level. I've seen it. Especially down here. Maybe it's because, you know, in the north, niggas be thinner, but in the south, I've seen it. If these bitches can't get a tall nigga, if they can get a nigga that's tall and fat, they'll go with that. Some of them will. Yeah, these shit, like, a lot of motherfuckers have done shit that they try to cap. They be capping, yo. The T-App told on these bitches so bad. When you look at all these dudes that be having all these baby mamas, these are not necessarily dudes that you look at them, you would be like, oh, I can see them getting a whole bunch of hoes. And a lot of these quote-unquote bad bitches be fucking some of these gay niggas. And then they lie about it. It happens too many times for them to be lying about it. For them to be saying, oh, it keep happening, but y'all keep doing it. Y'all ain't getting tricked like that. Look at NBA. I mean, I ain't even necessarily saying you gotta be a rapper and shit. Shit, nigga, if you got any kind of decent social media clout, if you're in a situation where you live off of your social media, like you actually make a living, that you live off of it pretty comfortably, not even on some you got mad money, but you got your apartment paid for, all that, your bills are paid up like 3 months of shit, you got a decent car or some shit, nigga. No, man, every time I tell people, man, you know how many people I done told I want to get a K5, and these niggas keep telling me don't get it because people keep stealing them. Anyway, that's a random thought, but yeah, man. For real, man. Like, these motherfuckers, that T-App told on a lot of women, man. People, that's why, notice how nobody talks about the T-App no more. Nobody talks about it. Like, it just doesn't exist anymore. That shit had like a 3-week run, and that's it. That shit had a 3-week run, that they don't speak of it. That's how you know that shit let some shit out you weren't supposed to see. Yeah. Do not believe that. That's starting to come out. Do not, but that's why a lot of these chicks are deviants. A lot of these women are deviants. They don't want their say. They don't think it's your business to know their sexual history, because if that shit is disclosed, you wouldn't take them seriously for real. You may fuck, but like, yeah, they don't want that out there. That's why they want a constant reset. And it's not just black women, white women too. It's a constant reset. And I'm not saying, dude, this is what I'm not saying. What I'm saying is the key to do, this is why I fucked with Mode 1 so much. Because the key is you have to get good at your relationship with I don't even like to call it rejection. It's really qualification. Because they can't reject something they don't know. Like, for example, if you put on paper that somebody is short, all of them are popping a balloon. If you say they short, but then you say they worth $400,000, all of them are probably not gonna pop it. They're gonna be like, all right, what he look like. There's always factors, and then you can't factor for presence. You can't factor for desperation. Social status ain't really hard to build in the age of the internet, honestly. It's motherfuckers that if I tell them I got 10,000 subscribers, I've seen like they shift, their eyes shift. Now I ain't getting a lot of money out of this like that, but just me having 10K subscribers, if I were to take you all and have you all on my Instagram, and I turn the Instagram channel into a meme channel with some kind of post content, and then I turn it into a meme channel, this more comedic, may have a little bit of sprinkle of some red pill stuff in it, but it's mainly like trending news, nigga, I could get bitches just off that, nigga. 10,000 is motion to a lot of like even under that. I know chicks, they think they all that. They got like 4,000 followers on Instagram. I'm like, bitch, that ain't shit. But in their mind, they think they a local celebrity because it's local. I've seen it. I know people that's got 40,000 subscribers that don't act like that. And I'm talking about women. They're local. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Now, a lot of these women, they will check. Meaning they will check the engage. Like, they know what to check for now. They not gonna just go with it, but they'll be like, oh, let me see what his Instagram on or his TikTok on. I'm dead ass, man. I'm not playing. Like, dudes don't really be understanding the power of that. That's a lot. Well, some dudes be realizing on Instagram, but yeah, man. Like, if I really wanted to do that, that's all I would have to do. And I ain't even talking about young chicks. I'm talking motherfuckers even in their 30s. They will want more definitive shit depending on they just getting in their 30s. But trust and believe, if you have like a real motion channel, and it's like it's small, they wouldn't just dismiss that, yo. They wouldn't. And that's how a lot of them people be getting people, man. And I ain't even necessarily talking about how much you're a trick. They'll do that just off the potential of who you may know. I'm serious. There's a lot of stuff people don't be talking about. Oh yeah, man. You really want to know as far as the chick, you really know a chick, go use the bathroom and check her medicine cabinet before you fuck her. That'll tell you everything you need to know. Another thing is, people will be underestimating how much it takes to get these chicks to crack. The niggas be over like BJ said, this is a tricks market right now. A lot of these chicks be on that ego shit, but like Corey Holcomb said, you catch them in the right moment, in the right time. You just, I'm here. You know, they may say no in the moment, but trust and believe. Like these bitches be they in a perpetual perpetual cap city. They are perpetually, they don't know how to do nothing but cap. That's all they know how to do is cap. And when you understand that, you understand what they say don't matter. It's what they do. What they say don't mean shit. It is what they do. Because they always gonna say some shit to make them look good. They don't know how to do nothing else. He said, nigga, yeah, the antidepressant, yeah. You really want to know what you're dealing with? Check that medicine cabinet. I gotta go to the bathroom. Check that medicine cabinet. And if you don't see nothing in that medicine cabinet, be suspicious. Be suspicious. Because that means if you don't see nothing, especially if she give you some flags, be suspicious. I checked the bitch's medicine cabinet. I saw a ready-made. I saw a pregnancy test. Meaning that chick, that tells you a lot. Even it wasn't open. It wasn't open. I was like, I'm getting in. Yeah, I'm getting in this, and I'm out. This is ghost. This is Splinter Cell Ghost Protocol. Now, ain't nobody putting that shit out there. Nigga, it's about this game, nigga. Do you believe? Do you believe now in this game? Game preachers. Game evangelists. Anyway, y'all, I gotta go. I gotta work on some stuff. With that being said, this is Edward signing off. Peace.